I know. Why can't it be like RE0? I want to see the main character die multiple times.
I thought ReZero was special because horrible shit happened. I thought that was one of the things that made ReZero ReZero.
I already have a webcam though. Why would I buy another one? I have one that works. What the fuck are you talking about, asshole? A webcam though. Why would I buy another? Yeah, I bought a Logitech. I think your cats are still traumatized. It's underneath. They're both under the desk now. Is Coaster coming this early or just you?
No, I usually just show up this early. And whoever wants to show up will show up, and then when 8:30, I'll put the second ping out and go, "Hey, we're starting." As long as you and Coaster are in here, I can go ahead and get started. The other two will join. I was just talking to them in another server, so they should be in here shortly.
Another server? Oh my.
I just use this for D&D. I have my own personal server where I keep my personal circle of friends. So.
Yeah, I have my own server, but I kind of keep everything there and then separate channels.
I thought about it, but like I just pinged before I even put the post up on Reddit. I asked my friends in my server, like, "Hey, does anyone want to play D&D?" And like 6 people left, and I'm like, "Okay, lesson learned. Don't mention D&D in this server. Got it." So that was a fun experience.
Bit of an extreme situation to respond by, like, oh, I don't like D&D, so I'm just gonna leave.
Well, it's a lot of friends of friends who aren't entirely that interested in the server. So when I go at here, hey, I'm starting a D&D thing. Who wants to join? And like,
they probably don't like at mention.
They don't like getting pinged. And I'm like, fair enough.
That's their fault for not setting it up properly when they join the server. I mute every server I join, even the ones that I make.
I don't
like pings.
I only mute the servers that I don't plan on interacting in, and the servers I plan on interacting in are few and far between. I'm actually thinking of whittling down one of them right now that I'm in. Just setting that one to mute.
I have a policy, 10 servers or less.
I only 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So I fit within your policy.
I don't care what other people do. I don't like looking at the clutter.
Yeah, same here. I prefer to keep it kind of clean. It used to just be one, which was mine, but now I keep a folder because I'm doing like the Twitch stream thing, and I'm like doing a lot of how do I put it, collaborations with other friends. A lot of time I end up, if I want to build connections, I end up having to join other people's stuff, and sometimes I stay and stick around and have a good time. Other times I just end up muting them and sticking them in a folder. So whenever a ping pops up on that folder, I can just right click and do mark as read, and there you go. Gets that problem right out of the way. But
that is definitely one way of doing it.
My WoW Guild server I'm in, I don't know if I'm gonna leave or something, because pretty much ever since Burning Crusade got announced for WoW Classic, everyone is just all about raiding, and I am not at that point in the game. So I go, every time I look in the server, it's just this like novel of unintelligible words that I don't understand, and I'm just like, this place that I used to just use to ask questions and chat with people has become pretty much useless to me now. But I'll figure something out.
Understandable.
Yep. Dude, make sure I set up for players. Yep. AMQRSTU. Go there. Yep. All right. I think I have everyone's sheets.
And you got my token, right?
Yeah, I got your token. I even put it in the game. Gotta grab that. Actually, I gotta grab that token maker.
I should probably open up Roll20 to double check that I can see my character sheet.
Right. I actually gotta tag it so you can look at it, because you weren't in it when I added it on. That loads up. I'll do that. All right. Well, yeah, it's Melanthel. Melanthel, right? Should be all set.
Yeah, I default to Elven because Kitty, you finally came close to me. Oh no, now she's looking away. I spoke too soon, Bob.
The kitty has
She's
departed.
walking away.
Yeah, my cat's in my lap right now.
I'm allergic to cats, so
Hey, same
this
here.
is minor moderation. I used to have a cat when I was younger, and then I ended up getting hospitalized because turns out, surprise, surprise, I pretty allergic to them.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
I always just got the sniffles. It was never bad enough for me to actually be hospitalized.
Mine was I was perfectly fine for years, and then suddenly over the course of like 2 weeks, my health just deteriorated rapidly, and they didn't know what was wrong, so they sent me to the hospital. And doctor's like, "Yeah, we know exactly why you're feeling this way. It's because you're allergic to cats." And I'm like, "Well, you could have fucking told me like years ago when I got them." Honestly, what it was is I got a kitten, and I had a older cat before then, and it was the second cat that pushed me over the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, that was for me. I just built up a tolerance over time. To be honest, I thought I was allergic, and at the end, I thought I wasn't, but I still am. I just had to build up a tolerance with time. But if it's as bad as you said when you got hospitalized, holy crap! It's difficult to build up a tolerance to that. Then again, I also got weekly injections for my allergies when I was a kid, so that might have really helped stop me from getting sick all the time.
That was excessively loud.
What was that? Just a Windows sound?
Yeah, he's remote desktoping.
Maybe I shouldn't display capture when I'm saving images and opening folders. There's as there we go.
Wow, that was quick.
What's
I
up?
literally just put out the ping, and already people are falling into the convoy.
Envoy?
I play a flash game,
Okay. What game is it?
so we have it is Iron Rage from Congregate.
Interesting.
But I set up my Firefox so it still allows you to use Flash, even though technically it doesn't do it. All you have to do is just get an older version of Firefox, refuse to update it, and you're Gucci. It works fine.
Yeah, it seems like it would work fine. What do you do about the lack of security updates?
I don't use it for anything else. I literally only use it for that one browser, and that's it. So I'm only ever running that one URL.
Yeah, I have some friends that are like switching off to other browsers and stuff. I'm still sticking to Chrome for the most part, but I might end up switching to Brave. I don't know yet. The password, it's specifically, I've had some security issues with Chrome that have led to several of my passwords getting found out, and it's been happening so consistently that I'm probably going to end up switching browsers.
Third-party password generator?
No, just I have one password that I just increase in difficulty.
Oh.
One
I
or
guess
two
that you could just
passwords.
download one of those softwares that just constantly generates passwords, and then all you do is just pull it up and it auto keys.
Hmm, that might be a good choice. I might consider doing that. Character- Character's name is Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. He wasn't joking when he said he was going for the memes.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. I mean, your guys' start is going to be a carriage ride, so you're finally awake.
Hey, you're finally awake. You got caught at the
You got
Imperial
caught.
border.
You got caught at the Imperial border. Oh man. Some
Meow.
Okay, kitty cat. Cat's sliding off my lap. She like slowly slides onto the floor whenever I hold her. Come on, click and drag. Stop doing the highlighting thing. All right, we just gotta wait for what's his name to join the what's his name? That's mean of me. Coaster Man to join the Roll20 game.
Really? Man, you would think that would have gone away by now.
What's that?
The Asian American hate crimes and targeting because of the Chinese virus, as our former president liked to put it.
I see. It's unfortunate.
It is.
Mm-hmm. 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 What do you curious, what are you gonna use the webcam for?
Oh no, he was asking me if I want to get a webcam, I guess. I don't know, why were you asking me about the webcam? Oh, yeah, I already have one. I mean, I like it. It's a Logitech. It's not like their most expensive one, but it's one of their mid-tier.
It does the job.
Yeah. I don't really use it for anything else, but it is required for work. Because we have meetings 3-4 times a week, and you are required to show your face to make sure that you're actually paying attention.
Hmm.
Ah, yes, what Taiwan would like to label China as.
So you mentioned you were in the military, right?
Yes.
When you're this is gonna be an interesting question. When you're serving in the military, what do you like? How do you? Well, I'm assuming you do as you're told, but like, what's the kind of mental process that happens when you end up like? I don't want to say partaking in specific activities, but pursuing a path you don't. When your government ends up pursuing a path militarily you don't agree with. Like, what all goes through your mind during that kind of thing?
Well, first and foremost, you swear a oath not to a particular individual. You swear it to the Constitution, and so
Hmm.
if it violates the Constitution, then you are legally required to not follow those orders.
Okay.
And if it follows the Constitution, then you follow it. That's pretty clear cut.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cut and dry. I've always been curious about that. Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, I'm also part German, so you know, when it comes to questionable orders being put around, I know a little, a thing or two about those.
I see. Welcome, Arby.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Excited.
I'm glad to hear it.
Kitty, come here. No, don't leave
Yeah.
me. Kitty, come back.
Once Val joins, I will kind of go over the outline of what all is going to be happening today because we're doing things a little bit different in terms of our structure.
Baby,
Okay.
come back.
Because we have two new people, I'm going to be
Okay.
there's going to be an A party and a B party, both in the same area, or in
Okay.
similar
And we
areas.
just happen. It basically just we happen to meet each other or something.
Yep, at some point in the some point or another in the campaign in the session, you may end up meeting one another, and then from there you can group up or do whatever you want to do.
Sounds freaking great.
Mhm.
I actually like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
What's up? Oh yeah, oodalali, oodalali, golly, what a day.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to watch Men in Tights again.
Do you?
I mean, that doesn't come from Men in Tights, but still
I
Men in
know.
Tights.
It
Men
comes
in
from the
Tights
other
is
Robin
great.
Hood movie, but Men in Tights is
Really
my
good.
favorite Robin Hood movie.
I actually watched Young Frankenstein for the first time a couple days ago.
I haven't watched that. How is it?
It's older, so a lot of the jokes are far more subtler and a lot less.
humor.
A lot of
old
old humor,
humor.
a lot of wordplay.
Yeah, which I'm totally okay with. I'm
Oh
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
that.
I really enjoyed it. There were some things I had a problem with, but they're basic plot structure things where it's just where it basically makes a joke. I don't think the joke is funny, and I treat it more like it's a plot hole than a joke. And I'm like, I need to stop. So that kind of thing. That happens with any of those older comedies. Hello, Val.
The Val pal.
But yeah, the way I'm doing that is like basically it'll, you know how like we would switch between like what James is doing and what the rest of the party's doing. Just imagine that, but for two separate parties of two.
Okay.
So yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Oh, since we have two new people, I'm not just going to drop them in with you guys. I'm going to have them get to the area in their own way and basically have two separate parties of two until you eventually merge by the end of the session, hopefully. So yeah, that was just
in a different universe.
yeah. So I'm letting you know because there's going to be huge chunks of the session where I'm playing with Melanthel and Coaster, and then huge chunks of the session where I'm playing with only you two. So it'll switch back and forth. And it'll focus on the two separate groups.
Okay.
So,
What's up?
no, you tell me what's up.
I don't know. I mean, I got my cat in my lap. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm ready to play D&D. Just waiting on Coaster, and then when 8 o'clock hits, we can play.
Oh, I just realized something. A Warforged Druid is technically just a freaking transformer.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Do you be wait? If you were to transform into a bear as a Warforged Druid, would you be a Warforged bear? Would it be Beast Wars?
Transformer. It's fucking Beast
This is what they call a transformer.
I'm not even gonna enter that conversation about.
Well, I have a genuine. Oh, why do I suddenly get a follower message? Oh, because it's still hooked up to the Twitch. Okay, I'm streaming to YouTube, and it's like, hey, somebody just followed you on Twitch. Like, cool. Whoops. Oh man.
Why does this one make me laugh? This one's funny. Wait, let me. There's this meme that goes like a lower challenge rating, higher status. There's this a displayer on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
Witness my prizes and my pedigree, says the displayer. Phew, it's on a displayer piece.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad.
Oh yeah, I told my girlfriend the bee holder story.
No, it's the bee holder.
I still love the idea of a beholder that just vomits bees on the players. Oh yeah, I haven't told you that story, Matt. I call you.
The bee holder.
Sorry, Myriad. I haven't told you that story yet, Myriad. When I was young, there were some kids on the playground that played D&D, and one of the kids had a weird way of speaking, and he tried explaining to me what a beholder was, but he kept calling it the bee holder. And so when I looked at the little miniature, I just assumed it was a creature that just vomited bees on the players because it held bee. I assumed it held bees in its mouth.
I think it's an actual monster in D&D. I think.
Let me take a quick look.
A beholder, it basically spits out dark void energy or some shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna look up beholder and see if it's a thing.
It's all fun and games until you go up against a nilgob.
What's a nilgob?
Nilbog.
What's a nilbog?
It's goblin
backwards.
That's cool.
Alex, here's an idea.
They're exceptionally annoying.
We haven't run into into any ROUSs yet.
Oh, so bored.
God. Well, you have only 10 minutes of boredom left to you. I am Elgobism? What the hell? So carry presence. Oh, it's disease. God damn it.
How about an Aarakocra that's purely just American patriotism? Every action is a free action.
Until you find oil.
Oily action. What the hell was I gonna look up? Shoot. Oh yeah, there's that. Was it like a Tarask? Is that what it's called?
Like, oh god.
The CR30.
Yeah.
I mean, this was me yesterday in last night's match. I took a screenshot. When you play U.S. forces and the damage taken is 1776.
Every single time you get a critical is 1776.
I mean, it's just kind of funny.
Critical radiant damage.
70s. Okay, I get it now. I didn't know what that was.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's a Company of
And
Heroes
it-
2 meme because you're playing U.S. forces, and so you end up getting, your
What
patriotic
would be the
gear.
subclass be called? Would it just be called
Well,
American?
he's talking about the thing he
Just
posted.
American.
The thing he posted in Broken Immersion. I
Oh,
shouldn't.
yeah.
I should just make a separate channel called Immersion.
Survivalists. Rear echelon
we
troops.
homebrew,
Damage taken.
Can we homebrew like an American subclass?
Val, I'm trying to figure out how the base rules work right now. I'm just trying to figure shit out best I can.
Your subclass.
Calling.
America.
I just want to point out, calling someone a subclass is kind of fucked up.
I
If
mean,
if there's a subclass, then that means it's a dominant class as well.
Yeah.
well, I like to point out in the military we have subdivisions, which
Uh-oh.
is a minor part of the larger division.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for example, a company
Isn't it just
is a
basically
subdivision of
reserve?
a division.
Oh, okay. Hello, hello there, Coaster.
Hi.
So I'll be real with you. When you mentioned that you were gonna play as a gnome, I just immediately thought of Gravity Falls. I was thinking of holy matrimony. Blah, can't talk today.
Yeah.
So suddenly came to mind.
One of my first characters was based off of the gnome in that show, Schmebulok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmebulok.
Yeah. All he said was Schmebulok, and he was my murder hobo, which I learned from.
Oh.
And I'm no longer a murder hobo.
You hobo the murders.
He's my original friend group, my normal friend group's just idea of like, no, that's the low bar. Don't get to that. Never reach that again.
We don't do that here.
Wait, Arby, did you
Yes.
technically murder hobo our last session?
No, only murder hoboing we. Well, actually, in this session, squished 2 goblins, which was fun.
So
Let's try to talk
nice.
to them.
yeah, the goblins were trying to talk to them because they were afraid of them, and it didn't go well. Well, actually, it went exceedingly well in the end, but we'll get there.
Hey, just a heads up, they attacked us first, so I have every.
They did.
They did
Sneaked
attack you
up on him.
first. They did attack you
I have
first.
every right to kill every goblin I see.
That.
It's not who strikes first; it's who finishes it.
Yeah. Alrighty.
They
Lord.
struck first. I finished it.
Well, if the gang's all here, we can go ahead and get started. Is everybody all set?
Mhm.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Quick question: physical
Monkey
dice
Force standing
or
by,
beyond?
ready to ooka some boogas.
We're using the dice and roll 20.
Okie
You
There's
can
also a,
if you get a
Beyond 20 integration.
yeah, if you get Beyond 20, which is a browser plugin, you can go ahead and actually just click on your D&D Beyond sheet in order to make your rolls.
makes it
Yeah.
so much easier.
Now, before we
I was
begin,
just wondering because I have metal dice that I like to roll.
And those rolls that we click on Beyond 20 will go into roll 20?
yes,
Yes, but you must have the roll 20 open, otherwise it's going to say fail to find integration pathway.
yep, you need to
Yeah,
have
you
both
just gotta
tabs
have
on.
everything. You just gotta have everything open at that.
So before we begin, James and Myriad, tell me if you see this.
That requires me to pull it up real quick.
Okay, I just rolled 1d20 in the chat. Can you see it, Custer?
I can.
Not the last one I see is
No.
Arbysoft's History 4.
Cool.
Oh. Did you roll a 10? An 8 plus 2?
Nope. So the GM rolling
Okay.
works.
No.
Excellent. I will copy that. Okay then. So before we begin, let's do some names because these two just kind of showed
Wait,
up.
Alex, you should really pin the fucking roll 20 link.
I will.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
should.
pinned.
Let me check if it is. It is not. I did not pin it. Heck.
Oh no, I found it really easily last time. I just scrolled up.
Yeah, I should probably make a separate channel just called Immersion.
Or you just put it in announcements where no one else can post.
That's true. I'll do it there.
And then pin it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to go
And
through a myriad of shit to get the
Yeah.
content.
But then you
Wait,
just
did I
Shrug.
just hear someone say myriad?
myriad of shit.
Yeah. I'm not saying anybody's name.
About that.
About that.
His
Well,
first name is
shit.
Myriad. His last name is Rumpelstiltskin. So before we begin, I just kind of introduce everybody. So yeah, let's just go from the top. Val, introduce yourself to these two.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Hey, I'm Val. My nickname is Dr. Sex, and I main medic in TF2.
It's called engineer gaming.
Medic gaming.
Yeah, alright. Sounds good.
Medic gaming.
All right, Coaster.
Well, I'm Coaster Man. I guess if you in Roll20, you see my name's James. And I like gnomes. That's also me in my profile picture on Discord.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Myriad.
Name's Myriad. Prefer to go by Roll. That's my real life name. Former USMC, EOD, and SATCOM.
Mhm.
Was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. Polymath, historian, and currently suffering as a 24/7 IT security.
Oh God. Sorry.
Wow.
I'd like to point out my degree is in geographic information systems. I actually do not have a tech background, yet somehow I am in cybersecurity.
That's what you got.
Go figure.
You get to be a netrunner. Have fun with that.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm Alex. I originally was playing with RB and Val here, but our DMs kept mysteriously disappearing under suspect circumstances. So instead, I decided to put myself in the line of fire and become a DM. So if I randomly disappear or explode, it's because we're cursed. You all know me very well separate. You all know me pretty well separately. I've talked to all of you separately, so I'm gonna go ahead and move right on to Arby.
Hello. My name is the RB Sauce. You can just call me RB. My hobbies include painting models. I just recently moved all my modeling stuff in my room. And also playing D&D on Fridays.
Alrighty.
Today's Monday, though.
Okay, I think you got Beyond 20 booted up.
Myriad, are you trying to make me lose my mind?
I mean, every day's Monday in
I had to
quarantine.
think for a second. I was like, what?
Oh boy, that's too
Oh,
true.
don't worry. I did that to my players too, and they hate me even more for that because they actually did think it was Monday.
I work. I make parts for medical equipment, so no, the days still matter to me. I still have to work.
I
Oh.
work every day,
Gas
so-
station.
Oh, I got a advanced diploma. I don't know why the advanced there.
Mhm.
In biomedical engineering technology.
Oh
Have
wow.
I used it? No. So
Yeah,
I
I
can
feel
fix.
successful.
I can fix hospital machinery, but
Mhm.
I fixed a campsite for the last 3 years.
Excellent.
Yay, light plumbing. The most job.
Harvey, I want to cry.
Why would you want to
Why is
cry?
that?
Everybody here is so successful. You think it's so-
I know. I work
Oh,
at a gas
I'm
station.
28. It's fine. I've had a lot of life.
I kind of tripped and fell into a well-paying job.
I
Uh,
quit
I only
art
got
school and
this
became
job
a
because
shitty
I
freelance
was the only
artist.
one in my town.
Alrighty, let's back this up. Everybody knows I'm fairly new at this. I will do my very, very best. And here's the introduction. I'm assuming we can all see the beautiful sunset.
I want to
it
live
is
there.
nice.
Previous.
I'm colorblind. Why is it all red? I am colorblind though.
Red green
Is that a
colorblind?
car I see?
Actually, it's red gray.
Oh, are you serious? Is there a car in this picture?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Okay, cool. Because then that could
There's,
be like.
there's a nice paved asphalt road.
Shh, it's
I
magic.
see a Pontiac right in dishes.
Dude, it's a Ford Mustang.
Look for the Starbucks cup, and we have a Game of Thrones scene in our hands.
Oh no.
If I understood that reference.
The previous days were a blur for you and your fellow passenger, moving from town to town and being passed between wagons and ferries to the point where you can no longer even remember the name of the caravan company you now ride with. In the beginning, you and your fellow passengers, for your own reasons, wanted to make your way to the region. But as time went on, the few acquaintances you made left the wagon, and now only you and one other remain. The wagon rattles along the road, and the wagon driver, a tan-skinned, dark-haired man with one leg, looks back and goes, "Hey, you two, wake up, we're almost there."
Oh, you're finally awake.
And in the back are On the back, in the back of the wagon are Melanthel and Timbuktu. Well, never got your names, by the way. What are they?
Oh, my name is Timbuktu. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Very tired, looking forward to getting some rest. What about you, hell fellow? What's your name?
Oh, you know, I go by a variety of different names, but I think for now, you can just call me Mel.
Ah, Mel. I see. Well, I am von Silberstein. I was a soldier for quite a few years, then turned adventurer, and now I drive this wagon between. I drive this wagon down this pass here.
I see the Imperial border up ahead. We're not gonna run into any trouble now, are we?
I don't know about an imperial border, but there shouldn't be too much trouble up ahead. Phandalin's been a pretty peaceful town overall. Tell me, what's your business there?
Big game hunting.
Big game hunting, I see. Ah, well, it's fairly. I don't really know. I haven't really been keeping up with the hunting scene as of lately, but I'm sure someone in town will definitely be able to help you along. What about you, tiny fella?
Oh, I'm going on an adventure, just like my grandfather.
Ah, yes. I remember the days of an adventurer fondly, even though they've left less. Darn it. Even though they've left me kind of broken, and he taps his stump. Tell me, where were you two born?
Oh no, I didn't have a name for my town. Oh jeez.
I don't believe that's quite pertinent to our current bit of business here.
I was just making idle chatter. I'd like to know where people are from. Anyway.
Not from a place that you would recognize.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I just came from a gnomish village just in the forest back the way we came.
I see, I see. What do you guys do for a living?
Well, I'm aspiring to be a paladin, and I'm quite the cobbler. So if your shoes have a hole in them, I could probably fix that up for you.
Well,
or shoe.
I'm lucky enough to get half off of most shoes, and he smiles after saying this. What church are you working with?
Oh, I didn't talk to you about the gods, huh?
No, not at all.
Well, I mostly just have an oath at the moment that I just go by, and I don't have much of a god just yet. Aspiring.
I see.
I got some of the equipment, but that's it.
I've never been much of a church-going man myself, but whenever times get tough, I look to Tyr for guidance. What about you, stranger? What do you do for a living?
As I said earlier, I hunt big game, and eventually, as things are needed, potentially take contracts out from the Emerald Enclave back in Waterdeep.
Oh, I see. I haven't been there in a while. Well, glad to hear you guys have big plans in the region.
Quite.
Me, well, I'm content driving this wagon until the day I die. Most of my family, they've all gone their own separate ways, and I wish them the best of luck. But I'm where I am and they're where they are, and, well, no use lulling in the past.
How far till we get to the town? I'm excited.
We should be there in a couple hours, actually. We're not that far off. So.
Ah, wonderful. I kind of bounce in my seat, have my feet just dangling off the edge while my chainmail just clinks and clanks.
All right. Okay, so Suddenly you hear von Silberstein go, "Whoa there!" And he kind of pulls back in the reins, and in the road in front of you. One moment. On the road in front of you, where I move your tokens onto the board. On the road in front of you, you see 3 large hairy figures. The one in the center points at the wagon, and the other 2 draw lances from their back and aim them at the driver. Roll for initiative.
It's always nice when you see it
that
rolling
works.
as a 1 and then it bounces over.
Oh, what's up?
When it rolls it's a 1, it starts sliding across the screen, then hits the edge of it, then rolls over.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like looking at this 1, and it travels across the entire screen, then hits the corner, hits the other corner, and then rolls over.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I wanted to get metal dice, but my desk is made of glass, so that might cause some problems.
I typically just get a dice tower, or I have a actual like leather bound, almost like square, with velvet padding, and that's what I use to roll in things. Helps
Oh, I
them
got one
grab.
of those too.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you can get like one of those pretty cheaply at any like general hobby store. I think I paid like $8 for mine.
Paid
Nice.
only like less than $5 for mine, and it's like collapsible.
Yeah, I have the jumbo one.
Oh. Right, 9. And then 18.16, huh?
Yep, because I have initiative tiebreaker enabled.
I have never seen it go into decimal points. That's interesting.
It's a setting you can set up on Roll20 for independent accounts. It helps you tell if people roll the same value rather than re-rolling again or asking who has a higher dex mod. It auto puts in a tiebreaker for it. That's what the decimal's for.
I see. See. Okay.
Great.
What's up? Oh.
Oh wait, no, he's a friend. Okay, he's a
Yeah,
friend.
he's a
Great.
friend. And
I'm not dexterous. It's fine.
It's all fun and games until you see the little icon in Skyrim say that you're being revealed. You look around, it's just a horse. It's like, oh, that's okay. Then you get reported for a crime.
what crime would that be? Crime against horse?
Yeah. So animals in Skyrim, they're allied to the general populace, and because of that, if you commit a crime in front of an animal, it alerts the town guards automatically.
You committed a crime against Skyrim and her horses. How do you plead?
Yeah, basically.
Don't show the long face.
Just imagining a version of
That's
The
good.
Long Dark where you play as a horse and it's just called The Long Face.
So it's Sarah Jessica Parker Simulator.
I was waiting!
Oh,
I was just waiting.
I knew. I was waiting for that one.
Someone
too.
was gonna say it. Alright, and then... Okay. We're gonna go ahead and give him the turn order. There we go. And we're gonna...
Lucky number 13.
Okay.
Damn, your mic is quiet. Maybe we should turn it up a bit.
Is it my
I'm having
mic?
trouble hearing. Nah, it's Mr. Myriad over here.
Oh, okay. You might want to turn him up then. You have... And then... Okay. Alright, well, looks like you're at Melanthel.
Alright. I'm going to stand up gingerly from the cart and begin to knock an arrow on the bow, but I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to hold action. That if one of them comes closer in a hostile manner, to target whichever one comes first, and just call out to him and be like, "These are public roads here, friends. I wouldn't want to spill blood on them. Just let us keep going."
The two bugbears on the left and right of the taller bugbear in the center kind of look to him, and he simply smiles at you with his arms crossed and kind of chuckles to himself. All right. And then all right. All right, so that's the end of your turn?
Yep. So
Alright.
it's a held action.
Okay. Next would be this bugbear here. He will go ahead, and it's 30 feet to 120 feet. So let's take a look here. Okay. Oh, that'll be this one here, actually. And... This is the fun part, is me just kind of quietly figuring everything out while you guys just sit in silence. Feel free to play your own music if you'd like.
That's all good.
Alright.
So they are going to take the hostile action?
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, guess this guy's getting an arrow to the face, potentially.
Alright, and then...
It hit the edge. It was an 18.
Is the 9 your... Is the 1d20 plus 5...
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a 9?
Yep.
Okay.
It was an 18, but it hit the edge, and this time it backfired.
Whoops. Alright, that...
Unfortunately, you can't disable dice rolling. I would prefer to not watch them skittering across.
In fear. Yep, that did not hit. It sailed past the bugbear.
It's more of the when you have multiple dice, like if you roll fireball, you have to wait till every single dice stops moving for it to calculate. It's just annoying.
That's not great. Alright. Alright, plus 2. Alright, Alright, first things first, this bugbear here arcs back and just lets a javelin fly, directly nailing von Silberstein. The javelin flies through him so hard that it embeds and pierces through the wooden bench he was sitting on, knocking him dead and pinning him to the wagon.
Ah,
What the hell? Oh, right. Alright, so he is sadly now dead, or von Silberstein. And the bugbear will end his turn where he is. Alright, next would be this fella here. He's very similarly to his friend, going to pull out a javelin and line up a shot, aiming at the figure who'd fired at him before, or fired at his friend before. And check that, make sure that's correct. There we go. And it definitely misses you, like it sails right over your shoulder. Melanthel, it just flies right past your shoulder, but instead of getting angry or aggressive, he grumbles and grabs another javelin and simply prepares to fire again when he gets his chance. Next is the large fellow in the center's turn. You can see that he's slightly taller, and he has a jeweled eye patch, as well as a long, flowing red cape tossed over his beastly shoulders. He immediately moves. Does he? No, he doesn't. Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He moves in closer to you. And wow. He then goes into a defensive stance.
Well, they can dash if they want to get all the way up.
Right, but that would sacrifice his action, so he's going to move in and defend. Next would be Timbuktu.
All right. I can't grab my character. I would like to move just in front of Mail here and just try to.
Oh, you can't grab
At
your
least-
character? Let's fix that right
No.
quick. Sorry.
Thank you.
Let's click on over here. Cthulhu, edit. Be able to. You should be able to now. Go on.
There we go. Awesome.
Yep.
I'll move myself here, and I'll just actually, I think, just take a defensive stance.
Alrighty. Melanthel?
Yeah.
Alrighty. From the cart to this rocky outcropping, how tall would you say that is?
I would say it's about twice your height, but
Twice my height.
the rock is very very uneven, and it's definitely it is not that steep of an incline. So if you wanted to, you could be able to climb on top of it.
Okay, I would like to reposition to get up here.
All right, roll acrobatics.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Let's do acrobatics.
Okie dokie. I do not have proficiency in acrobatics.
All right, you stumble. You kind of stumble as you go, but you make it on top.
Alright.
Oh, no.
And then again, just held action from here to whichever one wants to attack next.
Okay. All right. Next would be this bugbear here. He is going to move 10, 15, 20. He's going to 25, move here. And assuming he can do it, let's see. Yep. He is going to line up a javelin shot on Timbuktu here. He pulls back, and oh, before he can fire, Myriad fires upon him, and sadly misses yet again.
Yep.
The arrow flies right past him, embedding itself in the grass next to his feet. He kind of flinches at this, but he still has the confidence in order to aim and fire his attack. And the javelin sails by, slicing into Timbuktu's shoulder and embedding itself in the wagon, doing 8 points of damage.
Ah.
Oh, also, I'm gonna give you your HP right quick. 18 of 178. There we go. All right, so that would bring you down to 10 health. All right. And this one is going to stay where he is, and we'll go ahead and move on to this. What the heck? Did they get switched around? Anyway, we'll do this one. So this one angered by Melanthel's consistent attack. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to attempt to climb as he did. And let's see if he has any bonuses. He quickly and easily scampers up on top of the rock beside you. And what's his range here? 10 feet. Okay. Now, okay. But instead of attacking you, he attempts to play it more carefully and decides to take a more defensive stance. Next would be Mosk here, who then 5, 10, 15.
Hi.
Hmm?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Just kind of has the same smile. Just growls at you. He's going to attempt to swing at you with his Morning Star. And he misses.
Oof.
But unlike the other bugbear, he doesn't get discouraged or upset. He simply smiles and kind of scratches his chin, trying to predict what you're going to do next. You're up, Timbuktu.
All right. I will grab my warhammer and just swing right into him.
Alrighty. Go and make an attack roll. Is that damage or is that...
Oh wait. Oh, that's damage. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, that did it. Okay, awesome.
Alright, were you one-handing that or two-handing that?
That one. I got my shield out.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yours is the first attack that pierces through. What kind of weapon are you using?
Warhammer. And
Alright, your Warhammer swings down, grazing and cutting into the... leaving it swings down and hits him in the shoulder, but not as hard as you like. It left a bruise and even bled a little, but did not kill. That would have to bring up. All right, Musk. Okay. He kind of recoils for a second when you hit him, but then his smile returns to his face.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, you do talk. Yeah.
Hey.
You want to be nice and not attack?
He just shakes his head from left to right. Alright.
I thought so.
Next, it's Melanthel's turn.
Well, since a allegedly allied creature is now under threat who is still alive, I will attempt to help them by trying to rinse and repeat what I have always been doing and failing at so far. Boom.
Alright. Alright, roll damage. Who are you targeting?
This guy down here.
Oh, okay, cool. Roll damage. Oh, boy. So
17 total.
that actually hit him. Just a quick shot with your longbow. The arrow flies and screws into his back, and it nearly knocks him to his knees. But he does his best to stand up, and he just kind of looks back. He leans back and looks back at you, smiling.
And then I am going to move the full 35, so I'm going to take the running leap by moving at least 10 feet over and keep going to the left. Not sure if you want me to make a check for that or not.
Oh, which one? Oh, over here?
Here, I will do it. So she's going to move 10 feet, which is what you need to do it, and then make the running jump to try and get to here.
All right, that'd be an acrobatics check, correct?
Oh. There it goes again. Every time it hits the freaking wall, it just bounces over.
All right.
So here's what it was. It went to a natural 19, to a natural 1, to a natural 3. That's what I'm watching.
Oh no.
All right, 1 second.
It keeps going to the same corner too.
That's unfortunate. All right, and well, you go to make your running leap. However, your foot slips and you clatter right down, taking 4 damage, and you're prone. Yep. Alrighty. Next would be this bugbear's turn. They're marked as the same bugbear. What the hey? Alright, so we'll do him first. So, he moves forward slightly, and once again, lines up his javelin to fire at Timbuktu here. But, instead of it hitting, it misses, flying right past him and clattering against the rock. The bugbear standing in front of Timbuktu just kind of growls and at him.
I'm a nimble one.
All right. When with that, the bugbear just kind of nervously ends his turn. This one here is going to pursue Melanthel here, and he's going to attempt to climb down. Well, I just almost flipped him on the axis. Weird. He's going to attempt to climb down here, and he succeeds. And now, with a two-handed strike, he attempts to bring his Morning Star down on top of Melanthel's head. Alright. Sadly, maybe the adrenaline was getting to him at this time, or he's shaky or something, but he swings just short of the mark, not lining up his attack properly.
My AC is lower than it actually is. I just corrected it.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Let me refresh the page. Okay. It still misses.
Okay. Yeah. For whatever reason, it didn't let me take leather in the started one, even though it's supposed to, so I went with the only one that was in there.
Mm-hmm. Alright. The bugbear with the arrow piercing through his back decides to swing again on Timbuktu. However, Lady Luck must not be on their side because he misses yet again, smashing his Morning Star directly into the wood of the wagon.
Haha.
Opening him up
And
for
that's
Timbuktu.
not my property.
Aha. Now it is Timbuktu's turn.
Alright. Let's try to get a home run.
Alrighty. Okay.
Alright.
You,
And
swing you swing forth with your Warhammer, and that hits.
I would also like to use Divine Smite.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead then.
This guy's the biggest. I feel like it'll be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, how do you resolve Divine Smite?
Divine Smite's just an addition to a hit. You get to declare it after you know if it hits or not.
Okay. Well, what gets added?
It's
a 2d8.
static value.
Alright. Go ahead, Coaster.
There we go.
Okay. So that would be 1 second. Minus. Okay. So you just what once was his head is now little more than what resembles a splattered watermelon or pumpkin as your warhammer crushes his skull and punches right into his neck stump. The smug bugbear falls to his knees and lies still on the ground.
The smug bear.
The smug bear. Poor smug bear. Alrighty. And with that, do you end your turn?
Yeah. I can't do much else after that.
Alrighty. Melanthel's down. Go ahead and take your... Yep. And next
Half
is...
movement to stand back up.
Yep, next is this bugbear who, seeing this leader just died, begins to hyperventilate as he stumbles into position and attempts to line up another javelin shot on Timbuktu.
Question, are we ruling that getting up from prone is now a full action instead of just movement?
Is that what it normally is?
Yes, it's 50% of your movement to stand
Oh,
back up.
okay.
Prone.
All right, sorry, go ahead then. I didn't quite know.
No, I was just wondering, because if we were going to rule the other way, then that's fine, but I just wanted to clear.
All right. Was there anything you should have been able to do on your turn that you weren't able to because of the way I just ran that?
Because if I was still able to take my turn, I would have made a bite attack, or attempted to.
Okay, go ahead then. All right, and that's your see.
It's a melee attack.
That's to see if it hits. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, you attempt to bite him, but it jerks back and you miss.
Okay.
All right. And is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right then.
Only level 1. There's nothing else I can do.
Oof. So he attempts to line up a shot again, and oh boy. All right, let's see the damage on that.
Would an increase to his AC help?
Oh, Melanthel?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I don't think you can see me.
Yeah, I think you're out of line of sight because you're still up on the wagon, and he's on the rock over there.
Jeez.
All right.
Dang it.
Okay, so the bugbear pulls back on his javelin and fires it forward, burying it in your chest, Timbuktu, and knocking you down to -9 HP.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I thought it was attacking him. Okay, great. Oops.
First time.
Sorry. All right, and
Yeah.
the bugbear smiles and nods, satisfied with what just happened. The other bugbear, the slightly less smug bear, pulls up his morning star and goes to swing it down on top of Melanthel. +4 to hit. Okay. All right. And gosh. He brings it down hard, doing 14 damage.
Okay, unconscious.
Knocks you unconscious. All right.
Oh no.
Go ahead and, well, do that. Okay. Both of you roll a D100, please. Okay.
Oh,
We have an 80 and a 26. Okay, let's see what. Alright, I will send you guys your injuries. Feel free to disclose them whenever you feel is natural for your characters to do so.
yeah.
And yeah. And oh wait, I sent that to the wrong person. Whoopsie. Look at me go, guys. Jeez.
Look at him go.
Look at me go. Look at me leave. Bye. No. Right.
All right.
All right. And for you, Myriad? There you go. So what we're just going to do with this scene here is we're going to go ahead and fade to black. But as you're bleeding out, you notice that the two bugbears scoop the two of you up onto their shoulders and carry you off into the hills to who knows where.
And
Shite.
the music starts playing playing in the forest.
Shite, they're probably pissed at me.
Probably very upset. All right. There, go ahead and cut back to. All right. Up next is Ursus and Alto.
It's our time to shine.
Now back to reality.
Oop, there goes.
Ghost gravity.
The warmth of the sun wakes you from your rest. The sky is blue and filled with cascading mountains of cloud. You realize that you smell eggs and bacon, and that all the supplies looted the night before had been moved back to the main road with the original wagon. Next to you is a brief note that reads, "Come to the King's Road when you are ready to depart. Sildar Hallwinter. It seems the night was quite grateful to you." So, Alto, you rise from your sleeping bag, and next to you is the watchful sentry Ursus, keeping an eye on you while you sleep, as you so wanted him to do so dearly before.
Then, have you
you're
been watching
finally
me
awake.
sleep?
Roll initiative for your speech.
God damn it! Fuck me! That's me and Arby right there. We're
It's
just
perfect
wasting fucking
timing.
time.
Um,
Why do I hear boss music?
yeah, go
It's
ahead.
just like it's like gothic incantations at this point.
Both of you roll speech initiative.
Real?
Wait, is that a thing?
Well, no, I mean, I figured I'd do that whenever you guys talk over each other. Do you guys not want me to do that? I think it's fun to do it that
No,
way, but
okay.
that's just me.
Here, we'll do speech initiative.
All right,
Who gets to talk first?
Alto? All right. Alto gets to speak first.
Hello. That's all I say.
Ah, you're finally awake. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. I think we should get a move on.
Yeah. Do you think we would run into that rapist we spared?
Well, more like we got knocked out by him. But if we do run into him, I really want to kill him.
We barely killed him. Was you unconscious? I was trying so hard. Didn't work though.
You hit me in a sensitive spot that knocked out my circuitry.
Is the groin? Or is the loins?
I don't have loins, but okay. Anyway, we need to start packing up and getting ready. I got this note here.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
And if we pack all our shit.
Mm-hmm. Do you eat the eggs and bacon that have been left out for you by the fire?
No,
Oh, you just leave them there?
it's not good for my caloric intake.
Okay. So the eggs and bacon sit in the sun. Hopefully a bear will come along and get them.
I just look at the eggs and bacon. I go like, why did I give up my stomach
For war.
for war?
All right. So the two of you make your way back to back to the road that you once fought the goblins. Wow, Alex.
The squish
You
goblins.
fought the goblins. You once fought the goblins are on. Don't worry about that. And we'll go ahead and lay out the pieces. I should probably lay out the pieces before I pull you guys over. Going forward. Alto, the Wandering Bard. And your health should be at full. There we go.
Everything's full for me.
You see so out in the road, the two horses are no longer there. Instead, they're just being a damp stain of blood where they used to be. You can see the wagon that you guys rode here on is now loaded. Like, it is a towering mass of all the things you have taken from the cave and from the two wagons combined. You see Sildar, less of a broken and battered old man, now dressed as a knight in gleaming armor, with fine fabrics lining it. He waves to you in this sense. Hello! Hello, adventurers. Come, we must make our way to Phandalin.
Indeed, we must. Time is of the essence.
Mm-hmm. He nods. So,
I'll lead the way.
All right.
All right, I'll just hop on the wagon.
All right, I'll ride in the back with your friend here. Oh, there you go. Scooch over.
Ooh, you're on top of me.
No. Alrighty then. Oh.
Hey-ya!
Yeah. So you continue along the road to your destination. I'll move you guys over to the world map. All right. So, as you're walking alongside the wagon, you find that you have plenty of time to speak to one another, trade equipment, or any other activities that can be carried out while in the wagon. Or in this case, while kind of sitting in the wagon alongside all the equipment and stuff you brought with you.
I never got a good look through all the plunder we procured.
Well,
anything interesting?
Yeah, a good third of it. A good third of it seems to be from the original wagon that me and one moment. Son of a bitch. God damn. Get names at this time of all times.
What is his name?
What is his name? What's his name?
Where is he? I don't know.
Oh my lord, this is embarrassing. Jeez, you think I've been staring at this text for like 4 days now. You think I'd remember the name?
Well, think of it like in high school when you just have to study for the test and then you forget everything about the test.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a stage play.
Too many. Yeah,
pretty much.
Way too many times.
Line. Well, there's the equipment that me and Sildar brought with us. That will be taken by me once we arrive in town. Then there's the stuff. Then there are the supplies that you were ordered to carry forward. You can probably take those to. Moment. Just think of this as a loading screen.
Yeah. Loading new world.
You can probably take this to Barthen's Provisions once we get to town. As for all the other stuff, I would recommend going to a couple different businesses, perhaps even the Lion's Shield Coaster. That would be a good place to go and see if you can trade in the remaining goods. Actually,
okay.
I think I might have seen their logo on a few of the supplies.
Coaster?
Who said that?
Huh?
Sorry.
What are the ethereal voices in my head?
They call to me, they understand. So,
Oh no, my haunted past comes to haunt me.
what
I
do
have
you...
dementia now.
Oh dear.
Shit.
The ghosts of my fallen brethren. No.
Everywhere at the end of time. What do you guys...
Forevermore.
What do you know, what do you two know of Phandalin, by the way?
I don't know anything.
Not much.
I see. Well, Phandalin used to be a fairly thriving human settlement until the orc tribes rolled through here. They did a number on the place, destroying most of it. The town was
Yes, a war band.
several.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yes. Who knows what triggered them to go through here in the first place? All I know is that it was up to us and some people from. It was up to us and the Lord's Alliance to do something about it. Did the best we could to defend against them. However, well, we weren't able to. However, about 10 years later, people have begun returning to the area as the orcs, filed out and began to fight amongst themselves, thinning their numbers down. They began moving into their small tribal communities and leaving most of the area alone. The town was abandoned, but over the last 10 years, settlers from Neverwinter and Waterdeep and Thundertree have been migrating to Phandalin. Now the town's quite prosperous under the supervision of the Miners' Exchange. However, I have heard rumors that a gang of bandits has infiltrated the town. And that's questionable. I've heard reports that they're bandits, I've heard reports that they're gangsters, I've heard reports that they're simply a mercenary guild who's founded in town, who has less than kind ways of operating.
Yeah, the bandits doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they typically tend
The
to
gangsters.
Mhm.
No, sorry.
Go on.
Oh, well, the bandits don't make much sense. Like, honestly, really, a prosperous town getting taken over by a small bunch of brigands? I don't
Yes.
see it.
Yes,
Gangsters, yes.
Mhm.
Maybe a mercenary guild, most definitely.
But maybe they could use some music in their ears. Maybe some bagpipes to lighten them up a bit.
Oh, I
Well,
love
that's
the
probably
bagpipes.
It's for a
Ooh.
quick, swift,
And just cut
Trip to the pearly gates.
just cut to Phandalin in flames. And you're just like, oh dear, oh goodness, just bagpiping as fast as you can.
play faster, play Scotland to play faster.
Well, yes. So luckily, I have an agent in town. The Lord's Alliance has an agent in town by the name of Leono Ulbrich, a dear friend of mine and a very talented wizard, who's currently looking into the affair. Hopefully, I'll be able to sort it out with him, and we'll be able to figure something out. However, I haven't heard from him in weeks.
That's worrisome.
That'll be my first order of business when I reach town, is to make contact with him. All right.
We could help out.
We wish
Just
you the best
saying.
of luck.
Yes. Oh, look, there it is. So, in front of you, go ahead and switch ourselves over here.
Mealy gets surrounded by bandits. Like I was wrong.
Here you see a small pile of bandits. Yeah.
He
Gonna play
rolled
my
for
bagpipes.
initiative. Here's 20 bandits and a major bandit lord. That is a Goliath.
Welcome to Bandit Mart.
Bandindale.
Bandit deal.
Alrighty.
Where the bandits roost.
Alright. Well, as you, the rutted track that you were on emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars, surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widen into a muddy main street of sorts as it climbs towards a ruined manor house on a hillside to the east of town. As you approach, you see a few children playing on the town green, and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at shops. Many people look up as you go by, but all return to their business as you pass. Sildar seems much more at ease. "My friends," he says, "let us secure lodgings. I'm told the local inn is very quaint."
Yeah,
Sounds
why
great.
not?
However, as you pull into town, the towering clouds that you saw earlier seem to cascade upon themselves and cover the sun as a light sprinkling rain begins to roll in.
Ah, water, rain. Hate this.
Are you
jeez.
rusting?
No, but it is a potential for rust, and rust is very bad for my joints.
Keep your armor.
Not,
Of course.
Keep your armor and, well, kind of looks at you oddly. Joints maintained regularly with oil and keep them dry and clean, and you should be alright.
Indeed, I do that quite much.
You're not going to rust in the next 5 minutes. Well, he pulls the wagon to a stop and passes passes a piece of paper over to Ursus. Listed here is all of the inventory that you can turn in at the provisions. Listed here is an inventory sheet you can turn in at Barthen's provision to get your reward. I've also made several other sheets where I've written down the inventory of the other equipment in the wagon.
Okay.
Feel free to visit the other places in town in order to trade that in. When you are ready to rest for the night, there are 2 inns in town. Personally, I've never been to the Sleeping Giant Inn, but I very much enjoy the Stonehill Inn in the center of town. I would recommend that one very dearly to you. Well,
Take off that offer.
alrighty. Well, I'll leave you to your work. And good old Sildar
Fucks off.
makes his way to the Stonehill Inn.
All right. Now order of business. I think we should
Well,
head over to Barthen's Provisions to drop off the load, and then go over to Lion Shield to basically get off some more rewards. From
Can
the
we
others.
cash it all in?
Hmm?
I see we should go all out on this. Just sell everything we got.
Well, that's what we're planning to do. We're just gonna be going off from one stop to the other, and then we'll head off to the end. Well, for you to get fed and get a bed, I guess.
Get fed.
Shove apples in his mouth.
Shove apples in armor. You're like, yeah, I'm totally eating right now.
Just flex and it turns
Alright.
into apple juice.
Get the provisions.
Alright.
Squeeze apple to make apple juice.
Alrighty.
I
Provisions.
knock on the door.
Oh,
See if anybody answers.
this is a bad time. I need to go bathroom really quick.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick. Let me scroll down. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This document's getting extensively long.
Hey, Matt.
You hear, "Come in, come in."
Well, if I may, can I step in? And
Alright.
walk up to the counter.
A skinny elderly man looks at you. "How can I help you?"
Say, is this the provisions?
"Yeah, this is Barthen's Provisions, and I am Barthen."
Ooh, hello. Well,
Hello.
we would like to return in some a cargo that we had.
Yes. Yes. Are you the people from Neverwinter?
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
we're,
back.
we're on a contract, yeah, but it's a long story actually. But we just want to turn in our loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, one moment.
Ursus,
Mhm.
hand him over the papers.
Yes. The ledger.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Seems your supplies got here before Gundren. Tell me, did you run into him on the road?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think we found the body.
The body?
No. He was ambushed by goblins.
I see.
Yeah.
Then perhaps he was captured. I heard that goblins in the area have been selling to slavers.
Well, we looked
Okay.
everywhere. We found the hideout. We looked everywhere, but alas, we have not found it.
What about the knight he was working with?
He was captured, and we found him in a goblin cave. We rescued him.
I see. Well, glad to hear he's doing okay. You know where he is right now?
I think he headed to the inn.
I
This is
see.
I think his son's head over to Stonehill.
All right. Well, tell him to stop by if he feels like visiting with an old friend. Anyway, everything seems to be accounted for. I'm guessing the wagon is nearby.
Yes, indeed.
All
I'll
right.
roll it up to the front. I head
Um,
out to go to the wagon to bring it up to, I guess, the back.
no. My boys will take care of that.
Oh, listen,
Right. One
we got
moment.
some extra stuff in there that we'd like to turn into another place as well. So,
Extra stuff. Well, may I take a look?
be my guest.
Hands him the papers.
I'll hand you the paper for the ledger for this stuff as well.
All right, you see. All right, he go ahead and takes it, and he looks at it, kind of squinting his eyes as he looks. I'd recommend taking this over to the Lion Shield coaster. The one moment. The Need Grey Wind over there will get you taken care of. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to see her recovered goods.
Recovered goods.
Well, yes, I'm sure she'll offer you a handsome reward for it. Oh, speaking of handsome rewards, here you go. He he leans over and reaches under the counter, and he hands you both a stack of 10 gold pieces, as promised.
Thank you so much.
My
Yes.
God. 10?
Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the agreed upon amount, was it not?
it was in the
I said
contract.
gods. Well, yeah.
And plus, we had some extra stuff along the way, so
Oh,
Don't
yes,
take it down.
yes, the adventurer's bounty. Well,
Thank you as a way.
thank
no
you so
problem.
much.
Well, I'm heading off. I'm kind of pissed at this guy. Just look at him weird. Like, fuck. Just like disappointed.
Is
They just
is
they
he
store
okay?
about.
Yeah, and he
Oh.
looks to Ursus and goes,
I-
"Is he okay?"
He's fine.
All right,
He's
then.
new. He's new to the craft.
I see. Well,
He'll learn.
okay. Well, I wish you the best. He nods at you.
Same as
And...
well.
Yep. So, the two of you make your way back into the streets. The rain has picked up, and the town has gone quite gloomy. You can see that the streets are fairly empty, despite there being quite a few buildings. There's the occasional person walking to and fro, but overall, there doesn't really seem to be much anyone else.
Wait, out of character, is this Curse of Strahd?
No.
Getting Curse of Strahd vibes. I go like, there ain't gonna be rats around, eh? Is
No.
there?
There's no. The rain has begun coming down harder, and you can see that only a few buildings have their lights on. Most of them are pretty dark.
We're bustling down is awfully quiet, especially during rainy season.
Hmm.
Yeah, very eerie.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a lantern, I suppose? Well, not for me.
There's plenty of light out. We can see. Oh,
Let's
I
see.
think we should take the rest of the well, once Spartans are done, take the rest of the luggage and go to the Lion Shield coaster.
Yeah,
You
should
know,
do that right now. Then go to the fucking inn finally. Fuck. And we head there. I head
Alrighty.
there first. Cause I'm fast as fuck.
Do you sprint ahead of him?
Yeah, I just run off.
Okay. Go ahead and
Hey,
move your
just
go ahead and move your thing back, Arby.
okay.
All right, one moment. As you head down the street, you see 4 armed ruffians waiting for you. All of them are humans wearing grimy red cloaks, their hands on their weapons as they watch you.
Well,
After
fuck.
a second of observing you, they walk past you and head the other direction on the street, down towards the Sleeping Giant, or down towards the eastern road to the Sleeping Giant Inn.
That was fucking weird. Fuck.
Ursus.
Move on forward.
Ursus soon catches up with you.
Don't run off like that. Jeez.
I need to. I don't mean to alert you, but I saw like 4
Yes.
Scheiße, some figures walking away.
Did I see the 4 figures?
Yeah, you kind of saw them making their way down the road to the east.
Who are they? What do they look like?
It's a bunch of men, but they were looking at me weird. Probably not because I look like a woman. Hope not. Fuck.
I
Yeah,
don't,
let's
think,
forget
that's,
about
I don't
that.
think that's the case. Probably once we're new. I think we're just new faces in town, and maybe they don't like travelers.
Or do they
Or
want my
something
bagpipes?
else.
If it's not your masculinity you're worried about losing, it's your bagpipes. They are equally important.
Because they wanted to steal them from me.
I'll have to take it for my cold dead hands.
Alright, well, the Lion Shield coaster waits before you.
Well, we enter.
Mhm. Hanging above the front door of this modest trading post is a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue lion painted on it. You make your way inside, and you see an elderly woman writing, sitting at a desk, kind of writing on a piece of parchment, and she looks up at you. How can I help you too?
We're here to sell some stuff from our train. We got this ledger here if you want to look over.
Yes, no problem. I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me look over that paper
Gotta
of
get our
yours.
voice on.
Yeah. All right, let me see it.
Oh, no.
And she kind of looks at it, and she has to reach down into her. She reaches down and grabs her glasses off of her desk, or spectacles off of her desk, and lines them on her face, kind of squinting. Tell me, where'd you find this stuff?
Goblin Cave.
Albert Cave.
Goblin Cave, eh?
Yeah.
She kind of like squints at you and like, uh-huh. Well, thank you very much for finding this for us. Right now is a hard time for business, so having extra supply that we can sell is very helpful. Other caravans kept getting lost on the way to town, and well, that was the third one this month we had to request. Anyway, now that we have this caravan, we'd be definitely okay with selling you some weapons and armor, and I can give you a handsome reward.
Yeah, let's talk about the
Nice.
reward.
Alright, reward, or I'll give you your reward first. You might find it useful for getting the armor. And she reaches down, and instead of pulling out a stack of gold coins, she drops, you see her kind of ruffling around below, and she hands you she passes both of you for 2 large stacks of gold coins each, containing about 25 gold pieces a person.
Okay. So, hold on. So, 25.
How much?
25 gold pieces a person.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The
Keep forgetting to match my gold.
Yeah, I got to do that now.
yeah, but it's 35 total since you've come into town. Gold gained.
Okay. Woo! Rolling in the dough.
Wait, hold on. Fuck. Gold.
Gold! There be gold in them hills.
Wait. Currency.
Yes, you go to equipment, go to currency, and then you click on the currency icon, little icons on your D&D.
Oh, there you go. I'm not poor anymore.
Yeah,
Good.
we're not poor. Alas, we're not hobos.
Yeah. Right.
Say
Alrighty.
Dankeschön. I just stand here awkwardly.
Alrighty. Would you like to buy any weapons or armor?
Armor.
Eh,
And maybe weapons.
Alright, let's look
What you
over
got?
let's look over what we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and just send you the link here. This is for weapons and armor and shield. She hands you a piece of paper with the listing.
Paper.
Just a piece of parchment, my bad.
You piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Weapons. So, yeah. So she hands you a couple. She lays out a couple pieces of parchment out on the table, and gestures to them. The more expensive things we don't really have in stock. Really, anything that's worth more than 25 gold pieces, that's listed more than 25 gold pieces on the list, we won't have. 25 or higher. So I apologize, but you might want to come back later. We might have more stock for you.
Oh, okay, let me take a peruse. I kind of lean over with Alto so we can both look at the sheet.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Started leather. We have padded. Oh, that actually gives me a plus 11 plus dex modifier. Medium. Hold on, I gotta see what actual armors I can actually wear. Medium. Okay, I can go up to medium. So.
Can't buy anything. Shit.
God, I wish I had. Well, I do have enough. I want to.
As the two of you kind of like mumble to each other, she goes back to like writing in her book.
I don't think I want anything. You go ahead.
Okay. I am gonna get some scale mail.
Ah, I see. That's a good choice, that is. Alrighty, let me take a look. She, just adjusts her spectacles and la 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 la. That's a bit. Yeah, that's on the pricier side. I don't think we have that in stock.
Oh, sorry.
Anything higher than 25, we don't have in stock.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the hide armor then.
The hide armor. Alrighty. That'll definitely do.
I
So.
have 10 gold pieces.
She takes the 10 gold pieces and she heads into the back room for a minute before bringing out a what looks to be some rolled up hide.
Cancer.
Corona.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting up there in years. All the smoking at a younger age has caused my lungs to get a bit rough. Anyhow, I didn't cough on your hide armor. Here you go, sir.
Thank you. I have no worries about catching the disease.
My wonder is that, like, why do you need hide armor? The armor you have on now is pretty nice.
Face. Why did you buy that then?
Wait,
It's unique.
Yeah, I just realized something.
What'd you just realize?
It doesn't actually give me increase my armor class. Oh well.
She's like looking at your exo. She's currently like looking at your what would be your skin. Very fancy armor. I've never quite seen it like that.
Custom made over a couple of decades.
You seem to be completely covered. That's crazy. Well, anyhow, I'll definitely, if you ever find the smith who made that armor, I'd definitely be willing to sell his goods. I believe we can make a fortune in business together.
Well, they've been long dead, though it's been many smiths, artificers, or artificers, I should pronounce that correctly. Maybe a few wizards here and there. It's, I guess you can say, kind of a one of a kind or special case. Though,
Oh,
they're long gone.
that's a pity. All right, well,
The only, I guess, what was originally left of me, I just point at my face on my skull. That's what's left.
Oh.
I think you should be more quiet and subtle about that.
She begins sweating and is like, well, I need to get back to my work now. Thank you very much for coming in.
I quickly drag Ursus away and just have a talk with him real quick.
Okay, she sits back down at her desk and begins to write rapidly.
You know you scared the living shit out of her, yeah?
Well, I was being truthful.
It's not being
Is
truthful.
it a lie?
Well, not lie, but not say anything. So people not scared of you.
Well, it's not every day you hear a story like that.
Sure, but people will be fucking scared, aren't they?
Well, nobody's been running and screaming every time, and once I head into town, so. Yes.
I almost forgot to tell you, sirs. I would definitely recommend if you have any. I actually looked through some of your paperwork, And a few of those goods, of course we won't take them, don't belong to us. You'll definitely want to take the few artifacts you found, specifically the frog. You'll definitely want to take that up to the miners' exchange to have it appraised if you want to get anything for it.
Oh,
Okay.
of course.
Thank you.
Old lady, don't worry about my friend. He's talking nonsense. He's not a robot. He's not a construct. He's a mere man in a suit of armor.
And this doesn't give her any peace of mind. The blood just seems to drain from her face more.
No.
All I have to say, it's a
con-
complicated history.
A construct, eh? That's
No,
well,
he's a man, but
I'd
it's armor. The skull is fake.
I'm terribly sorry to say, but I'd very much appreciate it if you'd leave. And she bows to you and gestures to the door.
Okay.
After
We
that,
politely walk out.
after that awkwardness ensued, you're now both standing out in the street again. The rain has now come down even harder, and you've noticed that a few of the building lights have gone out as the sky gets darker.
You know, I wonder if it's a sign with the weather.
That,
You know, I don't know.
eh,
Hey, look
with
over.
bad luck.
Can you tell me what that is?
Oh, what is?
The Shrine of Luck.
Oh, it's one moment. Do.
I want to have a little bit of luck right now.
If you just walked up to it, you know.
Well, I haven't walked up to it. I just looked at it.
You can see what seems to be a small shrine made of stones taken from the nearby ruins. You see a statue of what seems to be a woman.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Yeah, walk up to it. Can I do a religion check?
Absolutely.
See if it lands. Fuck!
Right. You try to focus your the gems you have for eyes and kind of see what you're looking at, but the image doesn't make much sense to you. It's blurry and it seems to change shape the closer you try and look at it. Yeah.
Are there any like coins or anything near the shrine?
Yes, why not?
Like offerings, basically.
Quite a few.
Traumatizing a woman. He prays.
Not a lot of coins actually, but a lot more paper offerings, little messages, even some food and maybe a couple like wooden cups with different substances in them. If there were any coins, they seem to have been taken or removed.
I don't have a piece of paper. That's a fancy little thing. We could probably come back.
You really
Hey,
want to
we're
come
just
back
thinking of it
here?
like we're just thinking of it as a little vacation.
What you
we'll
mean
do-
vacation?
You know, we've seen the sights and everything.
Well,
But-
I must say, you're not much luck of praying after you traumatize that woman.
Who needs
I don't think any god would look upon you with mercy.
Actually, don't pray to. Well, I technically yes and no, but I don't want to get into it. But
It's a
we should head
blacksmith.
to yes. We should get that frog of yours appraised.
Yes, little froggy, yeah. Oh, scheiße, where's a fucking blacksmith?
It's down here.
Miners Exchange? Yeah, it's right over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's go.
okay. I just run off.
I say to myself, I got like, good
Fast
thing
as
I got.
fuck.
I go like, good thing I got this hide. Keep the rain off me.
Alright, that's a good way of using
That's
it.
exactly why I bought it.
Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and
Knock, knock, knock.
this building looks much better kept than the others. This cabin, there are some pickaxe banners lining the front. The door seems to be made of a good hard oak, and the wood seems to all be stained a nice dark brown color. You hear a voice, "Do come in."
Yeah. Then I step in
That's good.
slowly.
Okay. Inside, you are hit by a wall of what seems to be tobacco smoke, and sitting at a desk in the dark room, in the room whose walls are lined with dark purple fabric, and the occasional cabinet, is a dark-haired human woman. And she looks up at the party as they enter, and she goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we need you.
Hmm?
Well, we would like to ask you if you could appraise this little statue.
Oh,
And I present my frog and show it to her. This one, yeah?
da-da-da. All right. One moment.
Hope it doesn't summon some eldritch god.
It's the last thing we want.
Boy, will that be a surprise.
All right.
Oh, you traumatizing more women.
Do not bully me.
Just saying.
Just saying. You're just jealous because I'm beautiful.
You're not beautiful.
He's,
Man, this woman is frozen. I think there's a glitch in the Matrix.
no,
She's not
Miss-
saying a word.
She's currently flipping through a book, trying to match it up to any pre-recorded artifacts.
No, just imagine her like fucking T-posing there. Me and Ursa just look at her like, what?
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
That's terrifying.
Flipping through page.
Ursa, she's summoning a demon.
I am not summoning a
Shit.
demon. Please do try and behave yourselves.
Oh, sorry.
Do-do-do-do-do. She puffs on her cigarette. Well, this frog is about worth 40 gold worth about 40 gold pieces. Do you mind if I ask where you got it from?
It's a goblin cave nearby here.
The
We're cleaning out a goblin cave, and there was a loot,
Yeah.
and this is part of the loot.
Hmm.
I tried looking at it, and I have no idea what it is.
A smile.
Froggy.
A smile dances across her face. I see. So
And I lived
Your
quite
advent-
for a while.
I see. So you're adventurers.
Yeah.
I'm a musician.
I see.
Yeah. I guess you can call me the muscle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can. If you were adventurers, I would have a job for you, and I could give you 50 gold pieces apiece for it.
What is it?
What is a job?
I don't know if you've noticed that, but this bustling town seems to be a bit quiet as of late. Lights are out, people aren't walking the streets, and well, there seem to be. She frowns. There seem to be thugs roaming the town. Well, luckily enough.
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
think we encountered them.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we saw a few of them, yeah.
Well, that's even more interesting because if they didn't attack you, they'd like to keep travelers out of the town, and if they didn't attack you, it seems very much as though they've taken a very special interest in you.
Ooh.
Which brings me to my next point. I happened to find out the identity of their leader. A wizard by the name of Glassstaff. It's most likely a nickname. However, I don't know where he is in town, but it's likely that the Red Brands are are operating within town here. If you can find them, if you can find their leader, kill him, and bring me the glass staff. Bring me his staff. I will reward you handsomely.
Sounds
Sure.
like a fair deal. We'll keep a lookout.
Excellent. Now, if you wish to do further business with me afterwards, be sure to bring me the staff. If you take it to anyone else, we'll do no further business.
Question, yeah? Why is it so important to you?
Well, The Miners Exchange is mostly. This town does have a government. However, the Miners Exchange are mostly the ones who brought this town up from nothing. To have such ruffians threaten the town and not to be able to do anything about it is, well, highly frustrating to us. So, we need to take matters into our own hands by hiring adventurers like you in order to take the staff. If the staff were to make it into someone else's hands, and you were to use the information we gave you in order to get this staff, it would show the town that they don't need the Miners Exchange, which is not true at all. And, well, it would be you working against us. Because you're using our information in order to give power to someone else.
We won't. Trust me.
Well,
We won't.
Alright
We
then.
won't betray somebody I just met. Of course not.
Alright then. Would you like me to purchase this jade frog from you?
Yeah, take it.
Alright
Just
then.
aggressively hand it over.
I think I think we may know somebody that may have information. But we will talk to him about that.
Alright then. It is getting quite dark out. I think. Oh yes. Anyhow, here's your gold, young man. And she hands you. She
Young man.
softly places the 40 gold pieces in the palm of your hand. Also.
Dankeschön.
Mhm.
I pocket it. 40? Holy shit, I'm rich.
Was it? Yeah, you got more gold than I do. I got
It's fine, I'll be your pay fig.
Jeez.
You made my sugar daddy.
Good lord. Alright then. If that is all, I have a lot of work to take care of.
Then we'll leave you to it.
She drags on.
Bye.
Sits down, dragging on her cigarette, and watches as you two
I
walk
step
out.
As the door closes behind us, I go like, wow, thank goodness I don't breathe anymore.
Bye.
I think I'll get lung cancer and
Oh, I
Anyway.
smell worse.
well, after that's all done, I think we should head to the Stonehill Inn and talk to our acquaintance.
Yeah, why not?
Just out of character, what was the wizard's name again?
The wizard's name that she told you was Glassstaff.
Glassstaff. Okay. So me and
Okay.
I guess Alto will head to the Stonehill Inn.
Go now, yes?
As you walk towards the inn, you can see. You could hear behind you the several men in the red that you met earlier knocking on different doors. However, they seem to walk past the Miners Exchange, paying it no mind whatsoever, before knocking on the door of the woodworker, and then the Lion Shield coaster.
Hey, what are they doing?
Probably
Seems they're looking for ransom.
Probably best keep our heads low.
Or should we put the little bongos on their heads and play some bagpipes?
Probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Ah,
Let's just head inside.
alright. I step inside.
Same as me. Bust the door open.
You just bust the door open. Like, what's up, bitches?
Jeez, you kick the door down? You try to kick the door open?
Yeah.
No,
Is that a strength check?
do a strength check.
No. The door gives way. Just the person at the woman standing at the bar looks at you like you're an asshole. In the center of town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with silence. The only person being there is a tall, busty, red-headed woman leaning over the bar and holding a bottle in her hands. How can I help you, you loud one?
Also, why'd you do that?
Uh,
Did it sound better in your head? Is that one of those moments where it sounds better in your head?
yeah.
I said, how can I help you?
Oh,
We
sorry for
hit
that.
a room.
Yeah,
In the room.
if I want to rest.
I was halfway worried that you were going to come here and beat me up and take my stuff.
Oh, the bandits. Yeah, we've seen some of those.
Yes, the bandits. She grips her. She grips the bottle, and she looks as though she doesn't seem all that interested in giving you a room at the moment. Did you know they killed my friend? They killed my good buddy Tell.
No, this is news to us. We're kind of travelers.
Yeah.
Taken, yeah.
We kind of don't. Yeah, we're just new here.
I see. Well, I recommend you to take care of your business and get out of town as soon as you possibly can. You know those ruffians have been around for a good while, knocking on doors and asking questions, extorting businesses for their money. But I didn't think they'd had it in them to kill somebody, let alone Tell. Tell was a nice man, drank a bit too much, was quite aggressive, but overall he had a good heart. For them to beat him to death on the street like that was too much, and to take his wife and daughter too.
Ugh.
Man, I'm starting to hate these guys more than another guy.
That's why people are afraid to leave their. That's why the people are afraid to leave their houses. It's wrecking my business, and on top of it all, well, we had a nice gal working here named Elsa. She got taken prisoner in town hall for using an expired work permit. Turns out she lied about her name and her date of birth, and well, now she sits there inside the town hall. Who knows what?
What's her name again?
Her name was Elsa. Nice enough gal.
They should just I think they should just let her go.
It's not up to the. Sadly, she kind of like looks at you awkwardly. Well, it's sadly not the choice of the town hall. The miners' exchange are the ones pressing charges. It's up to them. It was her permit that expired, and well, she's likely to be shipped out of town to Neverwinter or even Waterdeep.
It seems it really took a toll on the town.
Did you know that somebody actually saw the murder? You don't know who though. It's somebody said something about it. Anyway, they're even like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all the things that are going down. I swear the town is cursed or something. Probably why it's best for you to get out of here. I mean, the only people who seem to be free of the curse is the Miners' Exchange and the Sleeping Giant Inn, and they've gotten tons of business ever since the murder. The Red Brands love going there.
I think things will come to fruition soon and get better, yeah? We just want a room, please.
I thought it was personal against me at first, but then my friend's son Carp just went mute and silent. He won't talk, he won't eat, he won't sleep. I'm worried about the kid. Anyway, you said there was something about a room?
Yeah. Maybe I can offer you a little story, maybe, to lighten your mood.
Sure, you can give it a try.
Can I do a persuasion check?
That would be...
First, like,
What's the goal?
First, like, let us rent?
She's not got no problem.
She's more than willing to let us rent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Forget the story. I forgot.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No, the more I scratch my skull, the more questions than there are answers.
Yeah.
Life is full of questions.
Indeed. Quite a long time, but man, this got me confuddled.
I see.
Maybe your friend knew something. Red Bands didn't want him talking about it or something.
Perhaps.
Maybe that's why the kid is pretty quiet.
I wish maybe somebody can go talk to the kid and maybe help him out. He's staying at the elderly farm now with his family. Hopefully someone can say something to help the poor kid out. I hope he feels better soon.
Well, I have a thing with people, yeah? I have a little bit of charm in me. Maybe I can do something. Yes!
I snicker a little.
How dare you question the great bagpipe player?
She begins chugging the bottle of wine. Alrighty, we have several daily inn rooms ready for you. Ranging from the 7 copper pieces to 4 gold pieces, depending on the quality of room you want.
you want the best room, or do you want?
He wants the shittiest room.
Okay.
Oh, alrighty. Bottom floor, back in the corner. And she
Yeah.
points to it and she roots. Hand me the 7 copper pieces and I'll go ahead and hand you the key.
So how much is that in gold?
Just,
I got the 7 copper pieces here. I got it.
Okay.
alrighty.
There you go.
And you're both staying in the same tiny room?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alrighty.
How small is it?
I'm not scared.
As
Just
for
to
I know
let
you-
you know, yeah.
Alto, I know you're small, but I'm, as you can see, quite big.
should be
And I
small
can be on
enough.
top.
It should be small enough for the both of you, considering one stays standing throughout the night.
Oh.
She then says, "Oh, we also have food and drink available. Plenty of food, plenty of drink. It's just hard finding people to sell it to. But in terms of meals, we have
I'm not gonna be one of your. I'm not gonna be one of those customers.
fair enough. Probably have some sort of diet thing going."
Now I have nothing in me.
She kind of looks at you. She's like, "Well, if you have nothing in you, then you should probably get something to eat, then, sir."
I lift my hand up and knock on my chest, and it's hollow. It's kind of like sort of hollow.
Oh, dude, I break them apart. Just like, just stop it, stop.
Well, it's not every. Jeez, I don't know what you deal with me just saying I'm just a warforged.
What's that?
It's not very, lady. It's fine. I don't think you should be telling people that you're, whatever the hell you are.
You're about as rare as I am.
What about you? What about you then, tiefling girl? Tiefling girl, what would you like to eat?
I'm a man.
You
Okay.
most certainly are.
Fuck. Oh, never mind. I think I have some soup. Yeah.
Alrighty then. That'll run you about 2 copper pieces.
Scheiße.
See,
You know what? Take 1 gold piece. I think that's fine.
Okay.
I have 1 gold.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for your generosity. I'll definitely get you any soup. Do you want any alcohol to warm the heart and lungs?
Are the drinks free?
No, most certainly not. I couldn't really run a tavern here now, could I, if the drinks were free?
this is
Well,
a business
water.
Alto, not a charity.
Water. Okay, well there's a
Yeah.
river outside you can go to if you want water. But if you want
Oh, okay, I think it's fine. Soup has water in it. I don't need the water. Danke.
Oh, you wanted to okay.
I just want a soup.
Alrighty then. I'll have your soup brought to your room. Here's the she says that totaled up will bring you to she kind of like stumbles, she kind of like sways as she makes her way. That'll cost you about 1 gold piece and a silver piece.
Wait,
Do you need to borrow a silver piece from me?
what?
Yes, do you need to borrow a silver piece from me?
Could you pay for me, please?
All right. Here's a silver piece.
Alrighty then. Alright, that's gold and a silver. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Here's the key to your room, and your food will be brought up shortly.
Alright. I head up to my room.
Alright, well,
Just-
you don't really head back to your room, you kind of head back under where the stairs would be. And as you head back, you see several doors on your left and right, likely leading to similar rooms or maybe even closets. And you open the door, and you're looking at pretty much an 8 by 5 foot, or sorry, an 8 by 6 foot room that was obviously at one point or another a closet. No windows, simply a single bed and a footlocker.
What the fuck? Is this a
Sounds
fucking
alright,
slave
Alto.
room? What? Huh?
You're the one that ordered it.
Well, I knew it was cheap. I didn't know it was a fucking slave room.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Well, alright. I just walk in and just lay on the bed, desperate, like fucking miserably.
I hang out in the tavern area, just looking at the sights. Is there anything of interest?
The tavern is pretty ornate. There are different like wood carvings and paintings of what look to be old rock temples. There are pictures and candles stacked on different shelves, and behind the woman who is now currently cleaning out a bowl in order to make the soup, is rows and rows of bottles. There are many tables in the room, however, they all seem to be empty. And you can hear the soft pitter patter of rain on the windows.
Is there anything interesting outside that I can look through the window?
Okay. When you look outside, you can not only see, but you can hear a group of the previous men in red, all loudly laughing and kind of jeering at one another, just having a grand old time walking through town, making their way down the same road that you saw them making their way down before.
Making their way downtown.
Walking fast. But they discuss past adventures and different fights they've been in. They taunt one another. Pretty basic slum talk.
They seem to be joyous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just still in my room, just like tinkering with my instruments.
The barkeep kind of like the woman at the bar keeps an eye on you, just trying to keep an eye on you. One moment. By the way, my name is Trilina Stonehill. I never introduced myself to you.
And I never introduced myself. I am Ursus. So
Ursus?
call me the Hammer, but Ursus is just that.
I see. Well, welcome to Phandalin, mister. Didn't always used to be this way, but hopefully things will start to get better soon.
Yeah. I hate to see a town this depressing.
Yeah, well, we ain't got nowhere else to go. Our contracts here with the miners' exchange bind us to the land to the point where others from outside find it difficult to make a living here. There's a lot of paperwork and bureaucracy you have to go through to even own the place, even work in a place, let alone own it. I was lucky enough to be born here, and we thought Elsa would be fine as part of our family and part of our residence, seeing as she's from Thundertree, but apparently not.
Do you know anything about
About a what?
wizard?
A wizard? No, let me think. She, kind of scratches her chin. Give me a minute to think about it. I'll see if I can come up with anything.
Rush.
There's a Sister Garrely down at the Shrine of Timora, but she hasn't left her house since Tell was killed. She's I wouldn't call her a wizard. I mean, she has done miracles before, but she's a woman of the church.
Healing, I guess.
Yeah, one of those. Other than that, I can't much think of anything. Sorry.
That's okay. Thought I ask.
Okay. She you hear her voice go. You hear her voice. Honey, the food's ready. She goes, okay, dearie, one moment. And she kind of rolls her eyes, sighs, and makes her way back to the kitchen before bringing forth in a wooden bowl a very, very hot-looking bowl of soup with chunks of celery, carrots, chicken, and very, very hearty-looking noodles in a golden broth.
Alas, I wish I had my stomach.
Oh, thank you.
What happened to your stomach?
Thank you very much.
And she makes her way back and brings the bowl to Alto. Tell me what you think about it. And she
Looks
gestures.
nice, yeah.
Tell me because I can't really taste it.
Well,
Looks
hurry,
very nice.
hurry and eat it up before it gets cold.
Oh, thank you, mommy. I mean, thank you.
She looks at you kind of like shifty-eyed. She squints and just kind of, "You have a good night, you hear?" And she closes the door
Thank you.
behind her.
uh,
Are you gonna buy a room? Or are you just going to sit in the Are you just going to sit in the dining hall all night?
well, man, this puts me in a really awkward situation right now. But
I'm perfectly fine with you sitting in the dining hall. Just don't fall asleep out here.
I can't fall asleep anyway. So
Oh, insomnia. It's got me too. So I'm here with the bottle and not in my bed.
honestly, has nobody ever seen a Warforged before?
Seen the what? I don't know what you're talking about. Is a Warforged like a class? Are you part of a guild?
Eh, technically a species? Question
Species?
mark?
Well-
Sort of.
Well, I might recognize it if you took that helmet off you have on.
I take my helmet.
Boy.
I go like, what else is there to see?
She looks at the coils of copper here and structures of stone and wood on you and on your skull, and the color drains from her freckled face, and her eyes nearly look as though they're going to bulge out of her head, and she
I immediately put my helmet on. I go like, honestly, nobody's seen a living construct before. Jeez.
Oh, well, I thought this was wine, but it might be something else. I'll have to talk to my supplier, 'cause I think I'm seeing things, mister. Anyhow, I'm just going to wash the bar. If you want to sit down at one of the tables or benches and rest, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just stand around, I guess.
Yes, yes. Alright, so in Alto, you're heading to bed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sleep.
Alright. Over time, sleep takes you, and you find yourself resting fairly easy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut back to the other people.
I was about to say, I go like, oh, you guys are still there.
Are you guys alive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys, you two are hilarious. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, we love RPing.
I just, I go like, yeah, I'm rare as a unicorn. I didn't I don't expect everyone to like freak out about it.
All
That's what
right.
I've been trying to tell you.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and move back to the other two. Oh wow, I went too far back. Oh my gosh, I got to start cutting this into separate documents. This is too much to scroll back to.
Go back. We're gone too back.
I've gone too far.
Get back in the
too
time
far.
machine party.
Too far.
Snap back to
Too far in
reality.
the future.
You wake up feeling somewhat cold. The area around you is dank, made of stone, kind of a light moss on the walls. In front of you, you see bars, and in this corner here, you see some piled up clothes that are very damp. The entire area, you can hear a light dripping of water as if it's raining outside. Your bodies ache. You're very sore. However, it seems as though your injuries have been taken care of and you are somewhat healthy.
Oh yay!
But you are in a jail cell, and all of your weapons and equipment have been removed, save for your clothing. Sharing
But
this.
our armor, yes.
Yes, your armor's been taken. Yep.
Do I still have teeth?
You still have teeth.
Only weapon
I
I
s-
need.
Smite can work with my fist too.
And the sharing you can see in the cell, you can see the two of each other, but you also see A third man sharing the cell. Ah, hello. Seems the two of you are finally awake.
Oh, I thought I was dead. Yay, I'm alive.
Ah, yes, being alive's a good thing. Definitely. Tell me, friends, where are you from?
One second, still.
No worries. Memories are feeble little things that tend to flow away with time if you don't keep a hold on them.
Oh, really? Dang it.
Yeah.
I just saw melee attack on the description, and I was like, oh, okay.
You see a sign on the wall that says no smiting allowed.
Dang it. They thought of everything.
They thought of everything here. Well, if you forget, that's okay.
There was this small gnomish village, I think, near here. At least near where we got ambushed.
I see. You got ambushed, you said.
Well, yeah. I'm just assuming that's what happened to you, buddy.
Well, I came here of my own will, hoping to visit, but, well, the residents here were different than I expected, and I got taken prisoner here. They took my axe. Boy, do I love my axe. Who ambushed you, if you don't mind me asking?
Some goblinoids. I believe they were bugbears.
Bugbears, eh? Was one of them wearing an eye patch?
Not anymore, but yes, one
see.
of them was.
I see. Well, it looks as though the boss here needs to keep a tighter leash. Hey, fellow in the corner, you haven't spoken much. Who are you? What's your name?
I believe introductions can be made once we get out of this predicament, but until then you can just call me Quinn.
Nice to meet you, Quinn. My name is Kriegor. And yours, little one?
Timbuktu, at your service.
Timbuktu, that's a very fun name. Many things in life should be fun. My name is Kriegor, and he kind of holds his arms out presenting himself to you, and he is a somewhat pudgy-looking dwarf with many, many tattoos on his body, all written in what seems to be a foreign language. Let me take a look at your languages right quick. Da-da-da-da-da.
Is it a runic-based language? Because I have every single one of them.
Well, let me take a quick look and see if this language is runic. La 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 la. Shoot. Yes, it seems to be a it is a runic language.
Yo, RB.
Do you would you recognize it if you recognize runic languages, does that mean you recognize which language it is?
I understand 5 out of the 6, and the 6th one is probably the rarest because if I recall, this species is extinct.
Watch my stream.
So, what are the runic languages you know?
Draconic, Dwarvish, Giant, Goblin, and Orc. They all are from the same tree.
Okay. You don't recognize the language. Okay. So, yep. So, I'm guessing the two of you want to get out of here.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I see. Well,
perhaps I just enjoy these dark areas.
I don't mind them myself. They can be quite relaxing. Prepare yourself for you can easily prepare your thoughts and prepare yourself for what's coming. Well, I'm wondering if I should try and break out. I've been wondering if I should try and break out of here, or if I should wait for luck to provide me an opportunity to get out easily, or to get out more beneficially. But Looks as though you two have it looks as though you two are my luck. If you wish to get out of here, I will definitely help you.
That's very kind. You said that you're here trying to visit some friends.
Yes. I knew the fellow who I knew one of the fellows who lives here. However, he doesn't quite seem to be himself anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh man. I guess we should start looking around.
Yes, absolutely.
Might-
There's nothing much in the cell save for the three of you, but in front of you are the bars, and an iron gate locked tight with a padlock.
What does the ceiling and walls look like along the upper part?
One moment. Check the thing.
Like, are these double barrel hinges, single barrel hinges, riveted,
It seems
sliding?
Yeah, it seems like for the gate?
Yeah.
The gate looks as though it is hinged like a door to open in both directions. But that's why it's tied so tightly with a padlock, because otherwise it would swing freely.
Single or double barrel?
I don't quite know the difference.
So single barrel implies that it is just a small, tiny little hollow metal tube or wooden tube, depending on it, that the bar that is riveted in place holds it in place. Whereas a double barreled or triple barreled, basically double barrel means that it's two pieces of a metal tube that are interlinked between each other, which provides a little bit more strength. And triple barreled is obviously adding an additional link on it. Triple barrel is exceptionally rare, probably something you'd see like inside of like a heavy fortification or a prison ship.
Mm-hmm.
Single barrel is like your standard door.
Yeah.
Even today in most homes you have a single barrel hinge.
Okay, let's go ahead and say it's a single barrel hinge then.
Okie dokie. Do we have any benches in here?
There does not seem to be any benches. No, there's just a small pile of hay in the corner. It looks as though this cell was not meant to hold more than one person, judging by the very small pile of hay to sleep on.
Sir, do you know the layout of this area and where we might kind of find our equipment? I feel a little naked without my armor.
As do I. Fret not. There is an armory nearby that we can very easily make our way to and get our armor back.
Oh, lovely.
And he kind of nods upwards and goes, "What do you think we should do with them?" And he nods towards the other cell across the room. There's a small little walk space here, but on the other side of the room is an equally sized cell with what looks to be a woman and two children.
Oh, we must try to get them out.
You think so?
No. Hold your horses. One person trying to escape is fairly easy. Two people makes a little bit more noise. Three people, you're starting to push your luck. Six, especially two children. Depending on how close we are to the exit, that may not be possible. Not with any injuries that we may have withstood.
We are close to one of the exits, but ever since your arrival, they've barred it off and it now has heavy guard. The front entrance would be our best way out, and like your friend said, it's very far away. So I agree with your friend that we should leave them behind for now.
I guess so. I feel really bad about it though.
If they're still alive now, particularly with children, it means that they have some value, and they're not going to be killed. That's good. If they didn't plan on keeping them alive, they would have killed them a long time ago. Same with us.
Once again, I agree with your friend here. They must have some reason for keeping us alive. I thought it was just me at first, but considering you two have not only been kept alive, but have had your wounds cleaned and taken care of, I'm assuming... He kind of scratches his greasy black beard. I'm assuming that we're likely to be sold into some sort of slavery.
Oh.
Oh, indeed. So, I don't have much of an interest in being a slave, so I'm going to try to make my way out of here. I was just waiting for the opportune moment.
And what is that opportune moment, then?
Well,
Considering the fact that we don't have any way to put leverage on this gate. There's no way we're going to be able to pop the hinges off. And ceiling looks pretty secure. I don't see anything loose, even if we could reach it.
well, I won't lie, I'm quite physically strong myself. I could potentially wrench the door off its hinges. As you can see, the hinges are not tied into place via a chain and lock. It'll be weaker there. And well, if we had some sort of thieves' tools on us, which I don't think we have, I could try picking the lock. But if you allow me, I can attempt to rip open the gate with brute force.
Yeah, I can at least try to help you out with that. Even though I'm a little guy, I got some strength behind me.
He smiles at you. Indeed. Well,
How much of our clothing do we have?
just basic shirt and breeches.
Okay. And take my shirt off, and I'm going to start wrapping, sort of like cinching it up, like as if you had like a wet towel and you want to hit someone in the back and
Yeah.
smart them right up. I'm like,
Yeah.
perhaps if we get this wet, we can use it to get some more leverage on there, and then use that to help pick it up.
Krigor smiles a big, yellow, toothy grin.
Well, that's the color the cloth's going to be soon, because it's the only thing we got for liquid.
Indeed. Who wants to do the honors?
Well, if we're both trying to bust the gate open, I'm sure we'll be sweating quite a bit. So, as long as we don't have our own clothing soak up the sweat.
He kind of looks at the gnome and is like, "Oh, is this your first time breaking out of a cage, little one?
We both leaned over like, first time?
First time?
Yes, I
Well-
come from a very small, isolated village with no troubles.
We're gonna have to piss on it, that's what we're saying.
For the sake of decency, the one who wets the rag should be the one to handle it."
Okay.
But unfortunately, I'm not one for drinking too much personal taste. So I probably wouldn't be able to get quite enough to really get it going. I look
Well-
over the dwarf.
Well, I'm also probably physically the strongest here, so if you pass me that rag, I'm sure given an hour or two, I could make good use of it.
I'll hand them my shirt for them to use for this. And I'll say,
Mhm.
no need to give it back when we're done.
No? Alright. So, he, kind of stands next to the door, or he kind of moves to the corner of the cell. I'm assuming you don't want to watch. And he moves to the corner of the cell, takes the rag, twists it, and just kind of sits there and stands there. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while we wait.
Well, hi there. Looking at him, do I recognize what you might be?
Pale, but not unhealthily so. Covered
Okay.
in multiple scars. Human-ish. Slightly angled ears. Partially glowing eyes. Sharper teeth.
All right. You got a lot of scars on you. Are you okay there? And did you suffer any kind of problems from the previous fight? We both took quite the beating.
Oh no,
My-
these are far much older, from a former master.
Oh, I'm meeting so many sad people today.
It's alright. They got the justice they deserved, as do all people.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, I'm hearing a bit of ringing myself. I don't know if I can hear as well as I used to.
I'm not feeling quite well myself, so do forgive me if I decide to lag behind a little bit.
I have some natural kind of abilities to heal. Do you think I could potentially try?
I'm not sure whether or not if your healing's capable of healing that which can't be seen.
Yeah. Oh, well, I tried. Oh,
If you think it's going to work, it's worth a shot, but don't hold your breath. I'm not.
well, if we're about to escape, it would probably be better if I used it if we need it then.
Suddenly hear from the as a steam rises. Excellent. Then the dripping rag, all smelling, sit through bars and ties it tight, and then you can hear him himself and
You sound different, Alex.
why?
Yeah. Looks like you hit puberty.
Oh, seriously, it's doing that again? Oh my lord. Okay, no worries. I'll be right back.
You sound weird.
Yep, it is lovely. Let's test audio. Hello, hello. Let's test audio.